Harvard students claiming that Mark Zuckerberg stole the idea from them. The other brought by Mark Zuckerberg's best and perhaps only friend, claiming, if you'll forgive me, that he was screwed out of the company. And the structure of the movie is that we're in 2 deposition rooms, and through these depositions, we see the very strange beginnings of Facebook, and we sort of construct the puzzle that is Mark Zuckerberg.
Is it extremely difficult to begin to write a screenplay where the facts are disputed? In fact, that's the sort of core of the film. In fact, you have alternate versions of the truth.
That's right, and it was extremely difficult at the beginning until it became the gift that I was able to work with. Because what happened was, obviously a great deal of research went into this, available research, and cartons of legal documents, and finally, most importantly, the first-person research, speaking directly to the people, many of whom are characters in the movie. What emerged was that the defendant, the plaintiffs, the witnesses, they all went into the deposition rooms, they all swore an oath to tell the truth, and we came out with 3 very different versions of the story. So what I ended up deciding to do, instead of choosing one version and deciding that's the truth, I'll write that, or choosing another version and deciding that's the sexiest, I'll write that, with apologies to Kurosawa, I decided to do Rashomon, and I love courtroom dramas, and that I would not take a position on the truth. I would present everybody's truth as offered in these depositions. As I said, the movie doesn't take a position on what the truth is, doesn't take a position on who's good, who's bad, who's right, or who's wrong. We encourage those arguments to happen in the parking lot afterward.
But the interesting thing about the film is that even though it doesn't have one version of the truth, the one thing that brings all the way through is this central irony. It's about somebody who is lacking in the social skills department, who invents the ultimate social network.
Mark Zuckerberg is a terribly complicated guy. First of all, he has an IQ of 8,000. He's not just a genius, he's a programmer, he's a very talented guy, but he is shy, he is socially awkward, he has his nose pressed up against the window of social life at college, and he is part of a very angry subset of tech geniuses. In the 80s, Hollywood made movies about very cuddly nerds that were easy to love, and we immediately would root for them to, go get those big dumb jobs. This is not that movie. He is very angry that the prettiest girl in school still wants to date the star athlete, and not him, because I don't mean this literally. Not him. That people just don't understand that he is the one running the universe. So you're absolutely right that the world's most important social networking device, maybe since the telephone, was invented by the world's most antisocial guy. But that's not just a coincidence. There's a reason for that. Mark Zuckerberg invented something he needed. And what he invented was a brand new way to socialize. You can socialize from the solitude of your room. You can reinvent yourself. You can offer the part of yourself that you want the world to see without them seeing your flaws. I can identify with this. I would like everyone to think that I'm as quick and clever and witty as the characters that I write. I would be very happy being in a room by myself, writing a scene, slipping it under the door, and just have somebody slip a meal back. And have everyone think that I'm Rob Lowe on the West Wing. So I understand where Mark was coming from on this. And he invented this device. First, it was supposed to be just something that Harvard students would use, that he branched out to a couple more schools. And then with the help of Sean Parker, who's played by Justin Timberlake in the movie. Sean Parker is a name that may sound familiar. When he was very young too, just out of high school, he invented Napster, which was a way for people to share music